Hi everyone. So today I wanted to talk about how your thoughts create your reality. Now, if you're new to my channel, you don't know that I have been talking about this in literally every single video where I talk about manifestation and the law of assumption. I literally have probably over 100 videos explaining this in different forms, different examples, talking about manifestation and the law of assumption. But if those words and terms are scary to you, if something is just not clicking, I'm just going to give a more simpler version of all of that. So your thoughts create your reality. What does this mean? No, I don't mean that you think about a giraffe and it shows up in your house. It's what you are constantly telling yourself over and over and over again is what you experience. Your dominant thoughts, your assumptions, your beliefs. That's what you experience. What you believe is what you experience. Think about patterns that you just constantly seem to have unfold and happen for you all the time. Money's hard to make. You have to work very hard for money. Guys just don't like you. All of these negative things you've been constantly telling yourself over and over and over again. Those are beliefs that you have, and that's what you just keep on seeming to experience. But you might go, well, it wasn't a belief until it happened. Humans seem to love to humans love to categorize and label things, right? I'll be talking about the filter system in our brain a little bit later, but humans don't like when things are messy. My room is messy. Humans don't like when things are messy. Humans like when things are categorized. Humans like to categorize people by assuming, for example, their sexuality or their gender based off of previous experiences or past assumptions. A lot of people think if a man is feminine or gives off feminine traits, then he's gay. Stuff like that. Your brain and just in general, humans like to categorize. So let's say something happens. Something can happen once and you automatically say that it's a pattern. And because you say it's a pattern, it happens over and over and over again. Let's say you're dating a guy and the past couple days he hasn't been texting you as much, and then he breaks up with you. Cool. Not cool, but whatever. You start dating another guy, and then the past couple days he hasn't been texting you. Also, this is how your brain learns. One of the ways your brain learns is by taking past experiences and connecting them to what you're experiencing now, to try and familiarize yourself so you don't feel like unsafe or like, oh my God, this is new, I don't know what's going on, because humans don't like to be uncomfortable and humans don't really like to experience new things. That's why if you are going into unfamiliar territory or somewhere you've never been before and you become anxious or nervous, it's because you feel like you are not in control and you don't know what's going on. So your brain, once again, likes to go back and be like, okay, this is a new experience. I'm feeling uncomfortable right now. Is there any possible thing that has ever happened to me before that is similar to the current situation I'm going through, so I don't feel as alarm going off, wee woo, I don't know what's going on. But yes, right? Your previous boyfriend, a couple days went by, he texted you less, and then he broke up with you. Now, your current boyfriend, a couple days are going by, and he's not texting you as much. So what are you going to do? You're going to be like, oh, he's going to break up with me. He's going to break up with me. Why? This happened before. It has to happen again. It happened once before, so it has to happen again. Oh my gosh. Meanwhile, maybe your boyfriend has just been busy the past couple of days, and that's literally it. That's literally it. Or maybe he actually hasn't been. He's been texting you the same amount, but for some reason you started thinking back to your ex. So now no matter what he says, no matter what he does, no matter how many times he texts you, he could text you 1,000 times and it still won't be enough, because you have the belief that this is a pattern and it's going to continue to manifest and show up in your life. Manifest, by the way, the literal definition of manifest is when something materializes, a thought, a belief, or whatever materializes into your 3D, into your reality. But you think it's a pattern. You decided that it's a pattern. And that's not your belief. So it's going to continue to manifest over and over again, every single boyfriend you have. So he could send you 1,000 texts, but it still won't be enough. Because the reticular activating system, look it up, look into it. The reticular activating system is in your brain. It is basically, it's a filter for your brain, and it filters out anything that's not important to you, and it shows you the things that are important. It shows you your reticular activating system is basically being like, okay, you believe this, here is an example. Cool. So once again, your boyfriend can text you 1,000 times in a day. Your reticular activating system, your belief is that he's not texting me as much. So it somehow won't be enough. Okay. And then, guess what? Maybe your boyfriend was busy. Maybe your boyfriend, but you persisted. You kept believing. You kept affirming, which affirmations are just thoughts. You kept saying over and over and over again, this is a pattern. It's going to happen. This is a pattern. It's going to happen. So you identified with the fact that it was a pattern. And then he breaks up with you. When if you didn't overthink it and if you didn't label something negative as a fucking pattern, he could have fucking texted you the next day and been like, hey, I'm so sorry. I've been super busy. I've been super stressed out. And your ego makes everything about you, right? That's not a bad thing. A lot of people love to demonize the ego, right? And the ego is like, I'm better than you and this, that, and the third. Your ego is I. Your ego, at the end of the day, your brain, what's your function? Your function is to just stay alive. So your ego is just going to be like, oh my gosh, I need to stay alive. 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 That's where the thoughts stem from. But since your ego makes everything about you, you couldn't possibly think of the fact that maybe he's going through something. Maybe your boyfriend's going through something. Maybe he's busy. Maybe he's a little sad. Maybe he's a little down. Maybe he's a little stressed out. Who fucking knows? Maybe his phone is being glitchy and like acting up. Who knows? It could be a plethora of things that are not negative and have nothing to do with you. But you are basing your life off of this one thing that happened. And you decided that this is now a pattern. And because of that thought manifested into the fact that now your boyfriend broke up with you. Your thoughts create your reality. Why is it that person A over here thinks that the Instagram algorithm is shit? Nobody uses Instagram anymore, and TikTok is the next big thing, and Instagram is pushing reels and not posts and all the bullshit I've been seeing. And this person A is an influencer, right? And oh my gosh, it's so hard. Like, Instagram is so hard to gain followers, this, that, and the third. Person A, right? Person B, all their posts are on the explore page. They're constantly going viral every single day. They're getting minimum 20,000 likes on every single post. Brands are constantly reaching out to them. Their comment section is popping. Like, their posts just keep getting reposted over and 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 over again. What's the difference? What's the difference between person A and person B? Both accounts started at 0 followers. Both accounts had 0 posts in the beginning. But what happened? What's the difference? The mindset. Person A is seeing, let's actually cool, right? And let's say that person A and person B, both influencers, are both seeing people being like, Instagram is only pushing reels, TikTok is where it's at, Instagram is a dying platform, this, that, all these negative things, right? But the difference between person A and person B is that person A is identifying with those thoughts. Person A is being like, oh my gosh, yeah, that's true. Person B is like, that's not true. I'm getting 20,000 likes. I'm getting thousands of comments. I'm getting brands like Pretty Little Thing and Boohoo reaching out to me every single day. Like, you think Ariana Grande is like, oh yeah, Instagram, it's so hard to gain followers on Instagram. You think Ariana Grande is saying that? Fuck no. You could be like, oh, well, it's Ariana Grande. Okay, what about a random influencer you've never heard of that has 100,000 followers? Do you think they're thinking, oh my gosh, it's so hard to fucking grow. This is so annoying. No. The difference is their dominant thoughts. Your thoughts create your reality. That is literally fucking it. Once again, think of any fucking pattern. Think of any pattern that you have in your life. Any person, any pattern that anybody else has in their life. That stems from their thoughts and their beliefs. Your thoughts create your reality. So change your thoughts, and what you experience will change. This is the thing that annoys me too, because there are a lot of people that are talking about this now because manifestation is becoming a trend and they're not fully educated. But it's so weird how like limiting beliefs will like sneak in. How people will be like, yes, your thoughts create your reality. So if you just change your thoughts, your entire life can change. But you can't do that with money though. You have to like work for money still. But isn't that a thought? Isn't that a thought that you accepted as true? It's so fucking weird. I'll be watching these videos being like, yeah, like, yes, like, let's go. Like, yes, your thoughts create your reality. You can think whatever and blah, blah, blah. And then they'll be like, your thoughts create your reality. What you think, what you believe is what you experience, but you still have to work for what you want. But I thought if my thoughts literally create what I experience, I don't have to work for what I want. What is that statement? That's an affirmation. That's a thought. You think that your thoughts create your reality. How? Not even you can think it, you cannot think it. Your thoughts create your reality regardless whether you believe it or not. But you are sitting here being like, Paul is over here like, yeah, your thoughts create your reality, but you still have to work hard for what you want. Bitch, that's a thought. So Paul is going to experience the dominant assumption in his belief that his thoughts create his reality, but he still has to work hard for what he wants. This is not different. This is not, your brain does not everything is neutral until you give it meaning. You decide if it's negative or you decide if it's positive, bro. McDonald's fries. I could see that as a positive. A lot of people could see that as a negative. Like, just because you think something is hard doesn't mean it's actually hard to achieve. Just because you think that you have to work hard for money doesn't mean you actually have to work hard for money. And that's obviously not true, because Kylie Jenner is not out here in factories working on her little lip kits. The amount of people that I used to know that are breaking their backs, pulling doubles, mentally tired, emotionally struggling, dealing with the shittiest customers, working 12-hour shifts, overtime, all they're at is work, slaving, working every single day, not doing anything, not having fun. And they can barely make rent. But I thought you had to work hard for money. Because if you had to work hard for money, waiters, janitors, all those people that work super fucking hard for money would be rich as fuck. And the people like Kylie Jenner and Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk and the fucking richest people in the world would be broke as fuck, because you just said that you have to work hard for money. So why is it that you are in a fucking job that you hate, working, pulling doubles, working so hard, trying to fucking cover other people's shifts, doing this, that, and the third to get a measly little paycheck that you do not deem as worthy? But Kylie Jenner and everybody else is fucking relaxing, sipping Mai Tais in fucking Miami, and they're billionaires. It's your fucking mindset. It is your mindset. And I don't fucking care. I don't care. Oh, but Kylie Jenner was... But Kylie Jenner was already famous. There are so many people. MC Hammer. He was rich as fuck. What happened? What happened? So obviously circumstances doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter if you were born into the fucking Kardashian family, or it doesn't matter if you were born on the street and you have nothing. Because there are multiple stories of people who are fucking rich as hell and famous as hell, who you hear all the time. Oh, I was sleeping on my friend's couch. I was literally sleeping outside. I was sleeping in my car. I was fucking homeless begging for money. If circumstances mattered, then they would still be poor. They would still be homeless. They still would be sleeping in their friends' cars. And it didn't matter what they did, didn't matter how hard they tried, they would still be exactly where they were, because circumstances mattered, right? But circumstances don't fucking matter. You could be born into the Kardashians and not be making billions. Rob Kardashian. I don't know if that's true or not, but like, you get what I mean. So what's the difference? The difference is mindset. Kylie Jenner, I can't even say probably. Kylie Jenner has such a pristine, amazing, perfect money mindset. Are you shitting me? Are you shitting me? Are you shitting me? And that's repetition. That's her growing up around money, growing up around people that are rich and own so many fucking businesses, growing up and seeing success constantly. That's repetition. That's another way that your brain learns, through repetition. What you repeat over and over and over and over again, that creates your dominant thoughts, that creates your dominant assumptions, that creates your belief, and that's what you fucking experience. So her mom was probably telling her all these things about how great businesses are and how there's always so much money and there's so much money to be made and we have such a large access to money. I would love to hear the Kardashians talk about money. Because the way the Kardashians think about money is definitely not the same way that a lot of people are thinking about money. So point is, you don't have to work hard for what you want. Things can be easy. And the only reason why you think you have to work hard for what you want and that things aren't easy is because that's what you've been hearing for fucking years. And you decided it was true. Because does Kylie Jenner think that things are hard and you have to work hard for money? No, she doesn't. A lot of people don't. And those are the people that are rich as fuck. The fucking mindset of, it doesn't matter what is going on around me, I'm going to get what I want. Those are the mindset of so many people that are rich and famous now and that have made it. Had. Ariana Grande, Oprah, fucking Jim Carrey. You see this shit all the fucking time right in front of your faces, and it seems to elude you guys. All you have to do is fucking change your thoughts. Your thoughts create your reality. Stop listening to this limiting bullshit of money's hard to make and you have to do something in order to get something. You fucking don't, because oh my God, the amount of people I follow and the amount of experiences I've had where I've wanted something, thought that I had it, and then it comes to me, proves you don't have to do anything to get what you want. You don't have to fucking work hard to get what you want. You don't have, you literally, it's you. It's always been you. You are deciding what is correct to you. You are deciding what is a fact in your reality. And I know this because my reality and what I experience is different from what your reality is, and what you experience is different from Beyonce's reality, is different from Kylie Jenner's reality, is different from a broke person's reality, is different from the reality of the person who it just seems like guys just never like them, and every single time they ask out guys, they always get rejected, and this, that, and the third. Why is what everybody experiences different? Because we have different thoughts, because we are persisting, we are choosing to identify with different things. So I'm not going to sit here and listen to Bob's bullshit about you have to work hard for money and you have to fucking work hard to manifest. No. That is correct in Bob's reality because that's what he is constantly repeating over and over again to himself. So that's what he experiences, but that's not true in my reality. Because I have the dominant assumption, repetitive thought, belief that I don't have to work hard for anything and things just fall into my lap. And guess what? I don't have to work hard for anything and things just fall into my lap. So, say it with me now. Your thoughts create your reality. Your thoughts create your reality. the more you know. Your thoughts create your reality. So just change your thoughts.